Bungie has made a renewed commitment to Destiny 2 in their next expansion release titled Shadowkeep. Not Shadowfall, trust me, I've made that mistake too. All the main information you need to know from their reveal streams and Vidoc is linked in the description down below, and I encourage you to watch those first. A big thanks to Darren for helping get some of the footage for this video. Everyone watch that? Alright, for everyone too lazy to do that, here's some information that's relevant to this video. Number 1. Destiny 2 New Light is a free-to-play version of what's happened so far over the past 2 years. It includes the base game, the Curse of Osiris and Warman expansions with their story campaigns, access to the Crucible, Strikes, Patrol Spaces, Gambit, and the Leviathan Raid and Raid layers. That's a lot of stuff. It's the new entry point for players to be able to play with their friends after completing a small mission that appears to be a remaster of the first mission of Vanilla Destiny 1. Number 2. Destiny now has cross-save between PC, PlayStation and Xbox. PC players, your accounts are safe in Bungie's hands, but come September, instead of using Blizzard's Battle.net launcher, you'll now be using Steam. Console players, you're alright, nothing's changing. It appears that when Shadowkeep launches, there will be a menu in-game that will allow you to merge your accounts for cross-save functionality. We're going to get more details leading up to September about that. Number 3. Final thing. Each season has had a name given to it since Forsaken, and we already know the name for Season 8 is Season of the Undying. The Season Pass model we all know of will be also moving to, in game director Luke Smith's words, an a la carte style, where we can simply just buy into the seasons that we want. Put simply, if you're in a clan and you like to mainly raid and do PvE arena challenges, then you can now pick up seasons that only feature raids. You won't be missing out on power level increases if you choose not to pick up a season at any point. If you want everything, go wild. Now this is where the video actually starts. Simple question, what is after Season 8? Simple answer, we don't know. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next video. But I'd like to do some fun speculation today about what I'd like to see from a future season of Destiny. If you're watching this video at a later date when a season is due to be announced and it is similar to the stuff in this video, please check the date this video was posted, as it is coincidence. Although, if you let me know, I will absolutely joke and say that I called it. There is a heavy emphasis on speculation, as I am not a game designer or employee at Bungie, and the image you'll be seeing is a mock-up that I have made. It is absolutely not real! Bungie, please do not take away my sweet precious loot. Thank you. Let's start off with the title. Season of Competition, as I'm calling it, is a PvP focused season themed around friendly rivalry between Guardians, speed, and, well, competition. Being the fastest, the bravest. As you can see, the main bulk of the content is reintroducing the Sparrow Racing League as an activity, but with some much needed changes in my opinion. The main NPC and point of contact for this season will be the introduction of a character we've heard about in the lore but have never seen, the famed hunter scout and Sparrow Racing legend Marcus Wren. It's about time Hunter's got some representation back in the tower since the loss of Cade, and he perfectly blends what it means to be a hunter, a competitor with similarities to Lord Shaxx, and his connection to Amanda Holliday, the original SRL vendor. He would be in the tower hangar, either in Cade's old spot pending the relocation of the Colonel, or around the underside of the future War Cult faction near to the Red Jack components. We can just move those off to the side or somewhere, or just say the Red Jacks were built. If you haven't heard of Marcus, go read up on the lore to do with him finding the Fallen burning their house banners between Rise of Iron and the Red War campaign. SRL will stay mostly the same as a match-made PvP activity racing on dedicated maps, with the tracks from Destiny 1 returning. If Bungie wanted to add new tracks, I would not complain. The only change I'd like to make is to the Infant Descent track being moved to Io or Nessus due to the Venus Skybox not being in the game currently. With this update, the main headline activity would be the SRL Championship. Day 1 of the event will be pure matchmaking enabled as normal, and you'll be given a scorebook that tracks your event wins/podiums on each track, as well as specific challenges and bounties for each track. Completing these grants you SRL themed armor, with new perks being introduced for Crucible, such as Capture King and Battle Runner from Destiny 1, among others. as well as weapons. If you complete all the given challenges for a track, you are then challenged by an AI to a 1 vs 1 race, acting as a PvP heroic modifier. These AI are named after famous figures in the SRL, such as Enoch Bast and Ariana Grease. On their home tracks they are faster and more aggressive to the racing line, but victory will grant you their shader, lore about them, as well as their sparrow. That's right, you're racing for pinks. By week 5, if you have beaten each 1v1 race, you will then be able to race in a series against Marcus. He is an extremely tough opponent due to his expertise on all of the available tracks and a worthy pinnacle to the activity, as we have not had NPCs involved in our activities before. At the end of the event, AI opponents would appear at a lower difficulty during match-made activities if the grid could not be filled to keep the mode active, unlike the state of Destiny 1 being only active in private matches. I'd like to be able to race whenever I can, and having AI opponents would certainly help. On top of this, 4 new Crucible maps would be reintroduced, assuming Shadowkeep doesn't add them. They would include the Cauldron on Earth's moon, Smuggler's Den with a Tangled Shore theme, Firebase Delphi staying on Mars, and Sector 618 being remade on Titan. On top of this, an armor and weapon vendor refresh would be a pretty good idea. But Dan, what if I don't like PvP? Where's the loot? Okay, calm. I didn't have enough space to put some of this on the image, but strike scoring could potentially return in the same style as Destiny 1 Year 3, with Marcus having bounties for completing time trials and score attack runs on each strike for weapons, similar to Ada 1's Black Armory bounties. You'd need to have maybe a couple more strikes added to make it worthwhile, and I could certainly see the argument that it could make Nightfalls irrelevant. However, it could also tie into the exotic quest for the season, the Kinetic Scout Rifle Boolean Gemini. Currently you have to choose between its 2 perks, being One Way, which stacks movement speed on precision kills, and its other perk, Or Another, which boosts armor on non-precision kills. This could change in Destiny 2 to be like the Fundamentals perk found on Hardlight or Borealis, where reloading swaps between the 2 forms, I guess is the best way to call it, and updating the text to read mobility and resilience respectively. I did think of some cut content that I did want to mention. One idea would be to add an SRL stunt mode, where the most points for tricks would win you an event rather than being the fastest, just to add a little variety, but I'm not sure if it fits the whole world of Destiny in general. I did also consider adding faction rallies into this, being able to earn faction-sponsored SRL gear, but I think a separate season centered around a faction war of some kind may do that concept more justice. If I do another one of these videos, it will be centered on that. On a personal note, I do want SRL to come back regardless, as I enjoyed the mode at its peak, because I'm that one weird person that objectively finds it fun. Anyway, those are my ideas. Please drop your own in the comments or go make a video about them. The more ideas we can pitch to Bungie, the more this game and community can grow. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.